There's additional on fire.
On fire.
220, hold the frequency.
Alright, so corrected to the health cloud from Huntington and Rose Beach.
49 Roger, responding copy from Huntington and Rose.
First 7 shows responding to help call, Chicago and 4th.
7 Roger, responding from Chicago and 4th.
Yeah, Centering is requesting perimeter, central on Aliso to Spring. Units are responding, use caution when approaching. Suspect armed with a possible rifle. Unit respond with the UPR. Suspects possibly south of Arcadia in the bushes west of Spring.
One is the one down south.
My name is Code Robert, Arcadian Spring, Code Robert, Arcadian Spring, requesting person possibly receiving shots from the north side, requesting 1 unit Broadway and 101 to get a point of access of suspect.
41, we're code 6 on that. What else? 220, I just everybody to hold the frequency. Just let me broadcast. At this point, we don't know where the shots are coming from. We know that it's going to be in the empty lot, just adjacent to the freeway. So everybody hold their frequency. Yeah, 220, do I have the unit on Broadway?
423 is blocking North Broadway and Broadway traffic.
Area 2 is going to be overhead to L220. I copy that you don't know where the shots are being fired from. You've got units on Broadway now, and control if we can get 1 unit to Chavez and Broadway, block all southbound traffic on Broadway.
Yeah, 220 is going to be right underneath those palm trees that you're lighting up. Possibly a blue tent, possibly just west of the fence right there.
Okay, confirm. Do you think it's coming from one of the tents that's on the sidewalk, or one of the tents that's on the next street over, this on ramp, off ramp?
Yeah, airship. It looks like it's inside of the fence where the palm trees are. I think there's a blue tent right by the palm tree.
Well, the shooter is going to be a female, possibly white or Hispanic, with a black hoodie and blue jeans. And she is also with an unknown male.
That's the location of the shooter.
2035. It's just going to be north of Arcadia on the northwest corner, somewhere in between the tents.
Like inside of the fence where the dirt is, or on the sidewalk?
Inside the fence. She is not at the sidewalk. She's still in the tents on the northwest corner.
Okay, I do have eyes on 1 blue tent underneath these trees in the center of this lot. So inside the fence, there's actually going to be 2. There's 1 blue tent, and then there's 1 encampment that's covered by a blue tarp. The blue tent is underneath some trees, and it's a little bit more isolated. Is that where the suspect is at?
2035 Roger. The female, along with the unknown male suspect, walk towards the tents that are lined up against the fence. Still here on the northwest corner of Spring and Arcadia.
Okay, Roger. Do you see her walking now? And control if we can get that unit to Spring, Broadway, and Chavez to block all southbound traffic.
Roger. I have no eyes on the suspect. Do you have any possible suspect?
Requesting the unit to block all southbound. Area units requesting the unit to block all southbound traffic. Broadway from Cesar Chavez. Possible suspect female white or female Hispanic wearing a black hooded sweatshirt, blue jeans with an unknown male on the northwest corner of Spring and Arcadia, under a tree near a fence, blue tent.
And Control, notify CHP asked them to shut down the northbound 101 Spring Street exit.
I just told CHP I have them standing by, and they're on the black channel.
Roger, thank you.
Going to southbound too.
Airship, do you have any type of movement?
Negative, no movement.
Hey, 41, be advised, there was somebody with a black hoodie next to a green tent that attempted or looked like it was dropping something.
Here, K9 40. We got some K9 units here tacked up. We're going to be here on Aliso and Broadway. What's our best way to approach this thing?
2035, coming southbound on Spring, coming up towards Arcadia. Come northbound on Spring, approaching Arcadia. Do not come southbound of it.
Yeah, Roger, that's going to be the best approach. And units that are at Spring and Arcadia, guys, if you want to redeploy and just deploy either onto the freeway overpass or in the intersection to the south, right there at Aliso and Spring, that might be a better location to deploy, just so you guys get a little bit of distance.
2035. We have no eyes on the suspect. We have been taking shots, so I don't think making a move because we have no eyes on the suspect is probably the right idea right now.
Okay, Roger, and just verify you had movement. Did you actually have movement yourself, or is it being reported by others near the green tent? I have no pet activity.
2035. There's no movement as of now, but when we made our approach initially, she was on the northwest corner, walking towards the tents that are on the east side, inside the fence.
FB23, could you have the primary unit give us a description of a possible suspect? I have
35, this is the primary unit. So, a description of the female is going to be female, Hispanic or white, heavy set, approximately like 220 pounds, wearing a black hoodie with blue jeans, and she's with an unknown male.
Roger.
The unit bring in the armor if you're on one or on this frequency. Yeah, go to Spring and Aliso.
Hey, Airship, this is 4 out of 6. On the green tent that we have illuminated, directly behind that, near the palm trees, is where the shooting is coming from. We just pulled 2 people out of the green tent, and they informed us that the shooter is behind the tent, the green tent.
Okay, Roger that. And just for clarification, where my light is now, in the center of this empty lot, underneath that large tree that's in between all the palm trees, that's where the shooter was coming from.
Roger, according to some transients that came out of the green tent that we illuminated, directly behind that there's 2 smaller tents, and from one of the smaller tents is where the shooter is shooting from.
Okay.
Hey, we got CHP as well out here to close down the freeway off-ramp. We keep getting vehicles coming in.
Yeah, Roger that. We've got CHP responding to shut down the off-ramps.
Hey, Airship, I see a white hoodie right there by the tent. It's going to be northeast of that truck with the coloring, northwest of Arcadia, Maine.
Yeah, Roger, I've got your left clear, guys. Looking for your person in the white hoodie now. I don't have any trucks down here, so I'm not sure what you're referencing. I have no vehicles.
It's with that tactical team. Where you guys at? Oh, 220 to K9. Where you guys at?
Here, this is part of 6 of the tent, the candy corner with the blue tarp over it. Right behind the green tent is where there's a couple of staying there. They're females about 5'6", and he said that's where the shooting was coming from.
Can't talk here.
Go ahead.
All right, man, we're getting the debrief right now from the ICU right now. But from what I understand from the officers, right here on the northwest corner, blue tarp. Have you heard this? Any heat sources, any bodies in there right now?
Negative. Give me a minute with the floor.
Just to clarify, the Trinity was saying it's going to be the tent located below the green tent with a blue tarp on it.
Okay, we're not getting any heat from any of these tents. Unfortunately, the material is not, we're not able to see into it just based on the type of material it is. So we've got no heat inside the tents that we can tell.
Roger, sir. K912, you see that it's blue tarp to the north.
Unit broadcasting, change radios. You're all broken up.
How do you read me now?
I've got you now.
Okay, ma'am. According to the where you see the U.S. flag, it's got like a white tarp. Close to that is the blue tarp. They're saying that it's coming from that area, or that's the last bit of information they had.
Yeah, 220 to the airship. You got units on Broadway. North of Broadway, they're in the crossfire. If these officers have the fire, they're going to be firing in that direction. So I want the units on Broadway to move further back.
Okay, roger that. Units that are on Broadway, enter by light at the freeway on-ramp. Guys, go ahead and move from that location. Just redeploy in either north or south of that location. We do have the street locked down completely from Chavez south, so you guys are okay to redeploy.
Hey man, we're going to be a unit on North Broadway and Arcadia. Is it okay if we stay right here, or you want us to move through as well?
You're fine on Arcadia. It's just the on-ramp that we need the officers that are deployed at the on-ramp on Broadway. We need them to deploy out of the range of fire.
Roger. You want to redeploy the vehicles? You're on.
We're aligning officers here on the perimeter.
get here, but we're going to get some of this meat and so we can better continue.
1L220, when you're ready, I have 2 CTD units that can block a CT location at Aliso and Broadway and Aliso and Temple.
1L80, any units at Spring and Temple to block northbound traffic.
One ladies requesting a unit to block northbound traffic at Temple and Spring.
The airship, the neighbors over here just advised us that a possible suspect's name is going to be Marlena or Marlena.
Roger, Marlena or Marlena.
Further advised that the male companion that she was with, he just recently got released out of jail. Unknown. They don't know his name yet.
Roger.
405 advised, 1 shot fired?
Yeah, 1 shot fired from inside.
One L80 advised units. The CP is going to be on Main, south of Aliso, and lead 1 unit to block traffic at Spring and Temple.
CP is Main, south of Aliso. Requesting 1 unit block. Small unit requested to block traffic Spring and Temple.
1X33 get chosen out to the request.
Airship, based on what you guys were told initially, where exactly was that duty scene? And did you get any movement or anything from when we had those shots fired a second ago?
Negative. I've had 0 movement, and my understanding is that the suspect is inside the blue tent that's under this tree, this large tree in the middle of this empty lot behind the fence. So you've got the tents on the sidewalk, then you've got the fence line, and this blue tent in the center of that empty field is going to be where they said the suspect, or they believe the shots are coming from.
Roger that, airship. They're saying it's directly behind the green tent for units that are on the ground. You can see the green tent. That's where the suspect is supposed to be living at, directly behind it.
And just confirm the green tent is the one that's on the sidewalk, correct? And then directly to the west of there, behind the fence, is where they're saying the suspect is?
Correct. Directly behind the green tent on the other side of the fence is there should be another tent there with a blue tarp over the top. And that's where the suspect is staying. And it sounds like, the last shot sounded like it's coming from the same area.
Yeah, and behind the fence, guys, there's a blue tarp that's right up against the fence line. And then a little bit farther in, maybe 30 feet farther in, is going to be a tent, a blue tent, with a couple of other tarps nearby. And I do not see an opening on the blue tent that's about 30 feet from the fence. I don't see any openings on that, but I can't see all sides of it. That's on the fence line to the north side. That blue tarp is open, but an overhanging tree prevents me from seeing inside.
Roger. The people who live in the green tent, they were saying it's the person that was doing the shooting was doing it from the larger blue tent.
The one that's attached to the fence line or right up on the fence line?
Correct.
Okay, roger that. And we've got Air 16 helping us out, and they're up on floor, and they do have a heat source poking out from the north side of that tent, so they're able to see that there is somebody inside that blue tent, the tarp that's right on the fence line.
Roger that. If anybody wants to speak to the transients that were living in the green tent, they're standing in front of the building over here, La Plaza Village.
Okay, roger that. If you guys have an extra unit that's available that can maybe load them up and take them to the CP so that K9 can debrief them.
Roger, we'll find one.
Part of to control for the residents of the tents. Possible suspect's first name is going to be Jeffrey.
All right, and also on the sidewalk, just over the fence from the blue tarp where Air 16 is getting that heat source, the gray and green tent, it's a army green or an olive green tent. That tent also has a heat source inside of it, so there's possibly somebody inside of that one. That's the only tent on the sidewalk that we're getting any heat from.
4020. My request for RH, my location. I'm down on Spring, 1 south of Aliso. Standby for standby only.
Oh, Tony, Roger. Spring 1 south of Aliso.
Make a correction. Make it Maine, Aliso.
Roger.
Where's the people for the
Repeat?
You know where the CP is at?
Maine and Aliso.
Hey, CP, we're sending the 2 transients who live in the green tent over to you guys right now.
Four 20.
Hey, Airship, just to verify one more time. The spot where we believe the suspect's at is inside the field, not on the sidewalk.
Correct.
Roger. you could light up that spot one more time so the guys from SWAT can get a good exact location.
Roger, if you guys are able to see this, this tent that's all by itself, this gray and green tent all by itself on the sidewalk, directly to the west over the fence is a blue tarp covering a small encampment. That's where we're getting the heat source, and that's where the officers believe the shooting was coming from. And the transient said that the suspect was inside that tent or shooting from that tent.
Roger, man. How far west from the sidewalk is that going to be?
The blue tarp is kind of attached to the fence line, so it's at the fence on the west side of the fence.
Air unit, come in. Air 18, section Air 16, FD is responding to Main and Aliso. They're requesting if there's a responding route they should avoid.
Advise FD to respond on Temple to Main Street northbound to Aliso.
Air 16, route.
And SWAT, just wanted to make sure you guys are aware that we also have a heat source from that little standalone gray and olive green tent that's on the sidewalk just over the fence from where the suspects are.
Yeah, we copy.
this is this. Check the news though. Oh, you don't have an app, huh? Two choppers up now, guys. Out here, guys. Appreciate you guys. So with it, bring you the heat. Federal leave it audits out here, as you can see. Just right here in the mix of the action, right here. I'm bringing to you exclusives, baby, exclusives. Let me fix my hair for you guys. Hey. Getting ready. Right there. Can you guys see us on channel 5? Can you guys see us? We're on the corner.
Can I verify CP is on Aliso and
I get the shot, homie. The fuck,
CP
bro?
is at Main,
Alpha's not
south
down
of
to get
Aliso.
the shot, guys? What the fuck? That's the hot one. What's up with that?
We had a attack
What's up with
frequency
that,
on this
River? What
shooting
you
call.
need?
2939 code.
The 6 main, that's the CB main south of Aliso. Switch to Central Bureau, TAC 1, channel 35. Central Bureau, TAC 1, channel 35. Intently work.
I guess you didn't need anything, River?
Coming from Beverly.
You're walking northbound.
Central Control, Incident Commander, Air 10 is over. We're with you.
You guys see us on the end? Yeah, he says be at his house at 5 a.m., dude. And you're driving, so you better be asleep, my guy.
North of the
Yup, SUV's
fuel
out here,
exit
so
here.
you can drive. If anyone sees us on the news, say what's up. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. I'm right here on the corner of Aliso and Spring Street. Right on the corner of Spring. Right behind all the police vehicles, guys, in the middle of the street. We're right behind them out here without core audits. SGV dropped us off. And,
Yes, sir, Air
we're gonna
10.
go find parking, but I'm pretty sure they didn't let them back in here. They got the perimeter all set up. You see that down there? And back here. More SWAT units showing up. Yeah, River, tomorrow 5 a.m. man, you're driving. So go to bed.
Yeah, sir.
I got the big dog out here doing some cop watching. Unfortunately, he dropped us off and he's probably watching it live. Appreciate you guys here in SGV's channel. Sorry I'm not really reading the chat. I got it on the chest.
All right, sir. You're going to have, underneath my tent here, you'll have a gray tent that's all by itself, a smaller one. We have a heat source on the inside there, as well as a heat source on the blue tent and tarp that's just on the other side of the fence line.
More SWAT.
Air 10, roger that.
2 more SWAT vehicles, dude. Look at that. Guess it's active shooter. They got an active shooter. They're thinking they're setting up.
And units on first sign at La Plaza. You have coppers on the rooftop right there.
Union Victor King 475.
He's like, freak this, I'm going around. Yeah, for sure he is.
Do we need to watch the back as well?
Yeah, they're all ducking. Hell yeah, they're ducking.
Okay, you'll have this light pole with the green. It's going to be the green. You'll have this lamp and have a gray tent just 5429. That harbor.
Okay, Roger. I have one by the Phoenix tent on the sidewalk, and then there's two cars right behind that on the other side of the fence line.
Roger.
Hey, Roger.
Sure. Under two trees.
That's it. That's the great tent. That's all by just east of it. He'd sort that as well.
Okay, roger that. So the gray one, verify where that is. Is that on the sidewalk?
Central units, you have a car exiting. Stop that car on Spring. Stand by him. Exiting here.
What up, pro driver? Sally from the valley. Yeah, it's like 6-hour drive, huh, for that fellas? Sick ass one.
50 airship. Just by the blue tarp that's on the other side of the fence, and just east of that, on the side, that small gray tent, is that what you're talking about?
Hell yeah, check out East Los, my guys. We're out here with the
Yes, sir. We'll have the gray tents on the sidewalk. No other tents are next to it. And then on the other side, the fence line, blue tarp, and tents as well.
Okay, roger that. And I'm moving. I'm moving also behind that, right?
I would assume that they take it some type of backup. Now we want action. K9 units.
Hey, what are we calling the CP location?
Being south of Lico.
What are we calling the CP location on this?
CP is Maine, Louisa.
There goes the SWAT truck way over there. I think the SWAT truck's going to go into the tent.
What's up, Heidi?
They're pulling up with the hatch open.
Looks like everyone's ducking over there, guys. See them? Second SWAT unit in right there. Big tent presence over here.
CP location is going Maine, south of Louisa.
Safety to CP, just be advised. Got about 4 seats without helmet standing in the middle of the highway, just north of Aliso. We still get them out of. They are in the line.
Hey, they're coming back. They're gonna come back now.
CHP Sergeant here. I'll work on. Verify their Broadway and where?
Huh? Yeah.
Can we spray?
This unit right here. I thought they were leaving. That's why I was crossing. Alcor. That's the unit that told you to stay back, dude. You gotta keep an eye out for them.
Just sat down. I thought you moving forward.
Well, because they left.
Just sit down in the best spot.
thought they were taking out,
and
so that's why I
K9
went over.
Air 10. Inside that tent, I am still getting a heat. The blue tent that's going to be on the opposite side of the sidewalk in the dirt.
CP to leadership. Just so you know, I think SWAT's going on 6-6 right now. I'll try to get them all on 3-5 and take over completely.
Okay, roger that.
Damn, dude, that was my closest shot, too. We're gonna have to go back up on the bridge. It's gonna be a bad shot for you guys.
More units coming. This is active right here, man.
Did you guys
Look
hear
at
it
more
happen?
SWAT on more SWAT. Yeah, I'm right next to the 101 freeway. I'm on right on the southbound side.
K940 on.
Here, like, nah. LAPD's taking it over.
You can kind of see the tents, right?
Tommy Woods.
I know it's gonna be real blurry.
Join the
It's lit
FBI
up
to
in this.
Vietnam. Sick.
It looks like the SWAT Bearcats. They pulled up to him, but I think they might have moved. We got kicked out of the stairs. I don't see them close to the tents anymore. Or they could be hidden by this big tree though.
Smash that like, guys. That thumbs up. Spread the word about what's going on out here. Share the link. Share the link. Let them know we're out here, guys.
Radar check on 3-5 for Air 10. Roger that. K9, you got my last regarding the blue tent. I still have that source.
Hey, K911. I'll send that info out, yes.
Roger that. I'm also monitoring the 6-6 and 6-5 if you guys need.
Yeah, we're trying to get all one frequency. It's just taking a few minutes. SWAT still coordinating.
Hey, K940, just some CNT info if you want to try to yell at him. Know his name is Jeffrey. They don't have any other for that.
K911 to 40.
Go.
The central IC has a couple platoons worth of people waiting back here. Should you
Roger. That's up to you guys if you need them. No, the central IC is now here on Main.
it was one of the sergeants you were talking to.
7-8. And 01 South Main.
13, Roger, social attack.
13843, Roger. 2893, code 1040, equip.
Roger, SCP.
Hit 5359, identify.
Main Street, south of Aliso.
You can notate that we've started requesting him to surrender. Started some basic CNT until more assets arrive.
Incident 5540, 229.
Copy on requesting surrender.
Back kind of where we were. We'll make our way from there. The Alvarado on-ramp is up as well because of the shutdown. So we'll head back to where we were.
Will 135.
See if they can respond to our location. And if they cannot, can we get boarded?
Hey, Steve, what's a safe approach for units coming from the 110 north?
Door to the business. So, nothing was taken as far as we know. So, RP response.
Roger, Sam.
Update your status.
Alpha 545 Boulevard.
Hold on a second.
I got movement coming out of the tent, out of the blue tent. Male, somebody coming out. Are you walking? Tent 1 walking out. Someone have eyes on. White t-shirt.
Hey guys, looks like we got a possible hostage. Got one that came out and holding a female close to him.
Their tent, they're going to be directly west of the blue tent, underneath the tree on the dirt lot.
Realize they're sitting on the ground. We cannot see the hands of the suspect.
other than one arm around the neck area.
Female just run back into the tent.
I got to run northbound along the fence line. Northbound along the fence line. One coming out to the sidewalk.
Everybody be quiet. Okay, we have the female in a handcuff in custody. We have one unaccounted for.
Air 10, that one's still going to be underneath the tree line where they were last seen by a blue tent on the dirt lot. Looks like she might be laid out. Roger that. Again, K9 looks like the person might be prone out on her back.
This armor from the north. So if it would crossfire, everybody gets south of us. Be advised, we're going to armor up from the north.
Everybody on channel 35, hold the frequency while SWAT moves up. K9 50, first SWAT officers, the suspect still has a gun in hand and they have some movement. There was an OIS.
Near the Bearcat on Spring, can you check in the back of that Bearcat, bring that beam back to us?
Bring the beam back right now.
beanbag to where the excursion is right now. Roger, it went from the excursion, so you have to bring it from the north side. Roger, we're en route.
One beanbag with the approval of their supervisor. There will be one beanbag fight. Suspect still has movement.
When they can mold the RA up.
They're verbalizing what they're telling her to drop the gun, and they're going to probably hit her with a beanbag.
Hey, Roger, you guys need any gear?
Suspect has dropped the gun and trying to comply with their demands. Just dropped the gun and is trying to turn over so that they can approach and take her into custody. Suspect moved far enough away from the gun that the SWAT officers feel safe. They're going to move up and take her into custody. Officers making their approach. We're going to need an RA for a female, approximately 30, gunshot wound to her side, conscious and breathing.
What's the exact location?
Suspect in custody. She's going to be west of the fence. Have the RA come up between Acadia, just north of Acadia.
You see, we have people inside the tent still. Hold the frequency. We still have people inside the tent. We got to get them out first before we bring up anybody else.
Which tent, sir?
Second person in one of the tents who's refusing to come out. Hold the RA. Order them up, but hold them at the CP.
Repeat.
On Acadia right now, just south of you. I'll have them hold there.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, it's unsafe to approach right now.
Roger, black and white on Acadia. Yeah, just advise them to hold up there a second.
And 10 from that gray tent on the sidewalk, there is still some heat coming from it.
CP first, sure, so they've got a second person in the tent refusing to come out. They're trying to talk them out.
K9 D team, verify to me the tent next to the suspect down.
Okay, Tom. K9 15 CP. It sounds like SWAT officer is going to have one of the pieces of armor move in to extract the suspect. Do you copy? Hey, 15 CP. SWAT officers are going to utilize one of the pieces of armor to extract the victim, or I'm sorry, the suspect, and bring the suspect to the RA here at Spring and Acadia. Yeah, TCP, are you copying my transmissions?
Wait, 30, David. Esteban, you good coming through here?
Hey, Mike, he may be on 6-5.
Okay, 30, David to Esteban. If you need to come back down Arcadia towards Spring to where the other armor vehicles are so we could complete that maneuver, then just come down Arcadia.
Can I say 30, David? He may be on Metro. They're loading her up now to bring her to the CP. I mean, the RA. Hey, 40, the suspect's loaded up and being brought out, and then SWAT officers are going to contend with this other person in the tent.
Family, we're gonna breach this tent with a pole. See if there's anybody else inside. Just stand by.
4020 to CP.
20 to CP, Kane and Aliso.
There is a CP. You can try to raise K9 40.
420 disregard.
Officers are advising that suspects in custody, no others outstanding.
Right, CP, do you want to start giving commands to have everybody leave the tents and exit towards the armor where SWAT's standing?
She got shot. Maybe.
Gonna ride in the RA with them.
Yeah, I think that's them too. They were coming.
Yeah, I have a patrol guy right by the RA.
Two female dev officers. Freeways closed.
Alright. Here's I think what happened. I don't want to ruin the footage. But I think that the person that was injured got lifted up by the SWAT team.
Okay, getting a 15 to CP or whoever's there. We're gonna, the SWAT officer's gonna move up systematically and clear all these tents and just make sure no one's been injured in this gunfire.
The SWAT, and then transported her to the fire department, to the ambulance, back to an ambulance.
Metro, your team underneath the armor right here on Spring. You'll have your other team on the dirt lot just west of you, or correction, north of you.
So this footage I'll put up on this channel probably tomorrow. AXN News? Yeah, like Action, AXN News on YouTube. Did you see what happened? Did you see what happened? Did you see what happened? You know what I think what happened is that someone was injured over there, might have got shot or something. Maybe. They lifted him, put him into the SWAT car, drove over there to the ambulance, and then they just... I got that on camera. On the stream, you're not going to be...
Central, I'll call on my screen.
No, 40 Rock. 6 on Hoover and 9-1. It's going to be a shoot occurred. Can I get a couple of additional units? Have them respond westbound, 90 Hoover. Chase.
Yeah, please.
Roger.
All units, addition on the map from 357 South Coast. It's in apartment 5.
Need a CP or whoever's listening. SWAT officers are going to start clearing the tents that are on Spring Street between Acadia and 1 North.
CT-70, Roger.
CT-83 also. Cancel.
A3, Roger. L17 counter response, L30 will handle. Ending North Hollywood unit for a battery domestic investigation in Whitnall, code 5592 RD 1530. Identify.
The CP.
So it's happening.
Rose Wayne, advise, do you have an RA at your location right now?
Sure. 836, 8036. You can count your response to the car. CP is.
When I was at the CP, they were only going to have one RA standing by once the incident was code forward, or once the incident occurred, so I do not think they do.
Rose Wayne, could you please request an RA to respond to my location to Spring and Arcadia to stand by as they clear the tents?
Canvas, and then probably another unit to block traffic at 921 Hoover.
40 CP, yep.
1834, first unit to respond, stop south 88 at Hoover, and the next unit.
Main Street. 20, you have to request an over base.
420, Roger, I'll do just that.
$1411 Roger, yes, we need to respond to Miles to lock up.
941.
We have evidence here, but no victim.
18830 has evidence of a shooting, no victim. Dated. No further with a crowbar. Code 3 incident 4 649. Hollywood to handle identify. Mental illness 12775.
420 CP, please advise that RA9 is at my location. Spring Arcadia standby.
Suicidal, no weapons. Code 2 incident 51 RD 1920.
2060 32 20 32 come in.
On this one.
232 confirm the plate for a vehicle for San Fernando PD.
I'm sorry, repeat.
Verify the plate for the Honda San Fernando PD.
Roger, ma'am. It's going to be
the freeway. We're going to have one white vehicle exiting here off Spring. Patrol unit, stop this car.
32 3 King Edward 284.
I'm with RA3.
Unit 15 CP, SWAT officers have located a bag that's potentially evidence on the west side of Spring Street, about mid-block.
Incident 20 70 47 will handle.
Engine Rescue 71, 103 West Wilshire Boulevard, crossing the
15839, Roger.
This is a critical missing from 7300 Roscoe Boulevard, already John Green, height grade around 5'5", 140 pounds, date of birth 3/14/1952, medium build, light complexion, last seen wearing a light blue t-shirt. Subject used a walker, mental condition from dementia, 6/20/21 at 16:30 hours. Missing incident 4873.
Units code 4 357 South Sun Avenue.
And DUI, Kittredge and Tahunga, code 731 and RD 1560. And a hit and run misdemeanor at 117 Van Owen, incident 6009914.
email Hispanic making her way to the location.
So I'm Suzanne. We have to cancel whatever you hold on.
Hi, Roger. Handover going from our vehicle 7010 South Hoover, coach incident.
David to the CP or IC.
E3.
824, Roger. Olympic RTO, 2 Olympic supervisors are reporting to incident 5340, 1 en route. Incident 5340. Roger, 20 L60, 70 en route. Twenty-three, 23 in north. Hit and run, DUI, traffic, Kittredge, and
CP.
Anyone 511. Central Avenue, yes, in the close with the male Asian new to incident 59 RD 1385.
Right.
315, 3 councils at 5739 handle.
15. You chose back in that.
3 Rogers.
.64, me traffic stop. Beverly and Western, Tom Robert 376.
I involved in Van Nuys. 21.
Cheers, Twilight.
Fire 15 what?
5815. They is requesting you to respond to 5.
Ayrton, I have no other heat sources.
1221 Figueroa.
Flight 15, Roger, don't get ready.
815, Roger.
Can you confirm where the pole station is? Took me to the 6th floor, not trip.
1226. 5:15 p.m. Route to me.
Roger that, parking, level 2, stairs 6.
Anyway, traffic unit, DUI, Orange and Hollywood Drive, correction, Boulevard, to the parties on Orange near Mont to Sodes. Suspect BMW 5 Mary Adam King 95, 5 Mary Adam King 5. The driver, female white, orange shirt, blue jeans. Code 654645.
48, Roger.
And 26.
There's no mariposa on the south sidewalk.
The street at Enterprise Rental Car. Suspect vehicle is a white van. Suspect is mathematic white. And RD 1321.
Rescue 34 status.
L20 to CP. It's a 4L20 for CP.
Yeah, we're going southbound. Looks like you had a car that looked like it might have rolled just past the auto off ramp.
CP, come up.
Roger. Northbound now.
I'm 272.
E15, Roger.
Please. TAC 35 units on this incident. Spring.
CP, come up.
Thank you.
Temporary 11 George 31 Lexus.
And we have calling point. That was secondary.
Hey, that's for 15 on north. Cancel engine.
1L220, are you up? Are you at the CP or is that 120? Or is that 20 at the CP?
Just to the north of us, according to the RP. You want to check them out? Roger, we'll go to the one to the north.
Sergeant Navarro, I believe. Are you up?
Go, L50.
Yeah, Roger. Are you still on main?
Roger, main and Aliso.
Roger.
Is there going to be a code 4 on this incident or not?
Do you have a hit and run misdemeanor? Do you?
Thank you.
Is now walking north on the west side. Straight.
49 traffic stop, Oak and Doreen Place, 5 North 565.
CP, come up. Thank you, 27. CP, do you have a unit available to respond to my location on Spring, North Arcadia? Just stand by with the suspect's backpack where the incident happened.
There's no available units here to respond.
Palmas, Hollywood, Palmas at the scene of a perfect.
Hey, Canine 40 Airship, I believe we have a code 4. I can't raise anybody on their frequency to give me a for sure, but I believe we need you. We'll call you back.
Roger that. Good teamwork. We'll see you.
Thank you, sir.
Glennox Boulevard. So, standing 38 years, black shirt, black jeans, 390. PR and the suspect are inside of a Toyota CRV. Code 2 incident 80 in 1916.
Accept 15. Here, we're involved, but they are here. When the police go up, they do need to come over here, though.
Roger that.
Bye. So we're back down this way.
Victor PR, hover open the front door.
Roger, she's going to try to come out. '27 with rescue 80 was stabbing at the intersection of Las Palmas Avenue and Hollywood Boulevard.
That like set on the blue center.
83 miles.
Can I go?
859 verification.
Thank you. Have the PR step out, please.
17867 stand.
At the passenger door.
Acadia and Maine. Can one of you guys respond over to the crime scene and stand by the evidence? They're at Maine and Acadia. Can one of you guys go to the crime scene? Probably best to walk since the road's jammed, and stand by the evidence.
For swoops. Vehicle is a dark gray Jeep SUV, partial suspect 7 Sam Frank Victor. Chevrolet a Honda Fit. Both vehicles were specific towards 14th, then 14th, the harbor. Incident 92 and RU53.
Here do have a 300 Black over Black, South Las Palmas, approaching Selma.
The person that's
It's the original caller. You still show on the incident.
on the oldest point. 42 years of constant breathing, complaining of pain, arm, possible infection. Yeah, is there a I and see they have actual eyes on the suspect?
.44 Figueroa, code 2 and 67 RD 1321.
On Los Hollywood.
Union of the SB 30 troops request area supervisor Selma.